Good day, traders. This is Rich with some price action on the weekend, Saturday actually, 4:17 p.m., 3 minutes till 4:20. It's January 2nd, 2021, Saturday. It's going to be hard for me to say 2021, I believe, for a few weeks. Happy New Year. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this video, but I decided I had some time and I figured why not. This is the tale of two BIDU trades, one being a good one being a terrible one. And I'm actually going to show you the Tesla action on a Friday or Thursday, I should say, that I tried to take. That would have been a day maker, but I got jumped on it. It's just a quick little piece of it. So it's just a video of my trades during the day on the 30th and the 31st. One being the first one, I was coming off 3 losses in a row on the 30th. I was down pretty significantly on my basis. I mean, I wasn't down end of the world down, but I was down pretty good, and I probably went probably 100 shares too large on this one, maybe even 200 shares on this one. But I was pretty convicted on this one because BIDU was having a great day, great morning, and pre-market, and it was up from 197. It was hanging around the 204 level. I kind of felt like it was going to go higher that day. I really did. It was coming off a nice grind up on the daily here, broke out today. So we're looking at a lot of positive momentum on BIDU. I'm not a big fan of the stock, whatever, but it was just one of those ones that's a big, high-priced mover. Spreads can get wide at times, and I was comfortable knocking this one off. So price was coming back down to this level here from the 204.80 level. 204 was a little bit hairy, I think, because it tried to chop through there a couple times. So I looked at 204.50. There was a seller there. You can see there, 3,500 to about 4,000 shares on a $200 stock is quite a bit. And I knew if it took out the 204.50 area, that was the price I wanted to get in. So this is me thinking about that. A break up of an extended move after the nice pullback. Yes, I could have gotten in maybe on the break of this candle here, but I was only thinking about a bigger move towards the upper level, making it more of an inflection point trade. And here, this is just, we'll go through it real quick and see how it plays out. The 204.50 almost did print there, but didn't completely print. So here I'm adjusting my share size to 500 shares at 204.50. Remember, I'm down like $300 or $400 at this point in the day, and I turn this kind of into a P&L trade where, yes, I need to restrict myself from making some kind of tilting mode or move, but I knew that if this was going to work, that I was going to get a nice little run. So right away, I get a nice fill. Get the 204.50 fill down here, and we already are at 205 with lots of sellers. So 205 could have been the entry point as well. I figured 204.50 gave me a little bit wiggle room if I got in a little early on this one. There's a lot of shares here at 205. So let's watch what happens. It printed 205 somewhere along this line here, but you can see we're making more new highs on the intraday 2-minute chart. So let's continue on here, and it does not take it out right away. So I'm slightly nervous. I'm still in with my 500 shares. I'm looking for the bigger move here. So I do see this right here. I'll show you in a second. Right about, I saw it before. So it comes down to my entry here. So there it is. We move back up. Big support, right? We have all of a sudden 13,000 shares comes in at 204.68. Now remember, my entry is at 204.50, so now I'm feeling really good about this. And this is where I decide, okay, I got to hold it through the 205 break for sure. If I take it off at the 205, let's say I took it off, it would be $250 trade. Great. If I make it up to 206 almost, it's almost $800 trade. So this is where I'm kind of like, okay, I'm going for the big one best I can. I'm definitely going to take some off. I got to make some money back after I lost those few trades, and also have to read what the tape is telling me what to do. I get a little aggressive with my sells, but things happen. You got to do what you got to do. So we get the 205 and we just print that really fast, and boom, takes it out. And we're looking really good here, right? So we're up at 205.25 minute high, 205.30, and look at that. I haven't sold a share yet. 500 shares, still my 500 shares, printing $350 over to sell it all right now. Would I have been happy with that? Sure, I would have been happy with that, but why not look for the bigger move? However, I do make a mistake here with my sells. I take it off here, 100, boom. I get a 205.25 sale. Not bad, 75-cent move for my first 100 shares. But look, I try to place one trade, one sell of another 100 shares. But watch how fast this happens. I put it down there, I put it there, it rips it back through. That was 200 more shares in no time. So that was a big mistake. So going back to that, I put a limit down here or up here. Watch it. You see this limit right there? It doesn't take it out. So I put one down there and then it takes it out. That's the stuff that I'm trying to avoid doing. I probably should have started selling some smaller share size. We're making this nice move on the 2-minute chart, back up with lots of volume on a breakout day. Everything is going in its favor. Why not hold it? Why not hold it? So let's continue on. And then I have 200 shares left. I'm in for 185. Now I'm just looking at the P&L, which is a problem. I do know it's a problem. And I'm not, I'm just ripping shares off here. I just ripped 50 off there for 205.26. Pretty much I'm sticking at that 75-cent move, where the bigger move is still to come. And I've got to consider that. I need to let this thing, it's gonna slow down, right? It doesn't always just go straight up. So let it digest a little bit. And here we just made new highs. I took 25 off there, but then we just, right when I take 25 off, we go up higher and we continue higher. Can you imagine if I still had the 500 shares, I'd be up $600 right now, because I'm up to 206 right now. My entry was 204.50 if you remember down here. We hit 205.88. I'm down to 125. It's getting a little tight up here, a little heavy, I was saying to myself. So I put 25 up there to see if it takes it out. If it doesn't, I was going to sell 25 there, and I did. But, when stocks move in your favor and it has a look like this, yeah, you got to sell some, but let it work. I got to let it work. I mean, it's going to pull back like it does here, and I just got to let it pull back. And understand that it's not just going to go to 207 in a super quick. And my goal for 2021 is to really focus on, if I see it's got the momentum, I see it's got the strength, it's got the volume, it's got the move in the favor, the tape looks good, you got some support, let it work. Let it work. If it goes against you, let's say my max gain right here is $120 and it goes down to zero, but the potential is it could go up to $200, right? And guess what? It does. So, I reduced to 25, but there's, like I said, 75 left. Here's more support comes in, pushes through 206, no problem. And it's just one of those things where I'm comfortable with the trade. I'm not worried about a flush or some kind of rug pull on BIDU at this point. And it just keeps grinding. It just keeps grinding higher. Very fun to be in situation. Very fun situation to be in. We're up big. Now it's all about taking the most out of it. So I'm going to try to fast forward a little bit because I think we pulled back a little bit. 205.61 there, 205.60. 205.84. So I put a sell at, if you notice, I put a sell at 206.90. There's 206 again, and then boom, we rip back up. Boom, takes it out like nothing. Did you see that? Let's do that again. Takes out the 206. This is how BIDU works sometimes. It just all of a sudden it just rips. Boom. That's so fun. How fun is that? Now I said at 90 because look, I only went to 206.94. I've learned that some of these bigger stocks like to test the whole number, but don't always get there. And look, it went almost a whole point and pulled back a whole point. So it was nice to get those shares off when I did. However, what do you think happened? Turns right around, makes a little hammer, boom, starts ripping back up again. starts reloading. People start getting back in. 206. It's slow grind, but it's still going. I'm just fast forwarding because of the video length. And then let's see about right here. Yeah, so rips to 207, right? So that's 2 points almost. I think it's 2 points right now. I think 207.53 is kind of where I stopped the video for that day. I'm only in for 15 shares at this point, and my gains are minimal at this point because of the amount. But look how I rode this eight EMA and just pull down, hammer, and just made it 207.32. I believe it gets 207.53 by the time I get the video closed. Let me see if I do or not, and then I'll explain what that means. It's 3 points right there. 3 points, 500 shares. How do I take advantage of 3 points? 204.50, right, was the entry. 207.50. I think I closed out there. Okay, I closed out. So 3 points, 500 shares. It's $1,500 max gain, and I got 470 out of it. So I got a third of the move. I've been averaging about a third to a little more than a third of a move. I have 200 shares. I usually get around $88 on a 1 point move. Trying to hold more. It depends on the market conditions. I think the market conditions on this particular trade was that we were going up, and we're going up with a lot of momentum. I needed to just let it ride. I mean, this one trade, you never will know what's going to happen, but this one trade, if I had held, would have put me back to all-time highs. Just this one trade, if I had held to 207.50, let's say. I think it ends up going up. Give me a second. Let's see where it went to. Yeah, I brought this chart into play here. Look, this is that 207.53 high, right? And I had sold it all. The low it made down was about 204.61. So it did come down to my entry. So there I would have been a little frustrated because it came almost all the way back. But guess what? It never went below my 204.50. Right? My 204.50 was right. Where was it? 204.50, right about here. And it got there, but it didn't get below it. I don't think so, did it? No, 204.61. 204.61. And then look what it ended up doing at the end of the day. It went to 220. And then after hours, I think it went to 223 even. Would I have gotten 220? I mean, I was just selling shares. I think that one sell I had where I had that double sell killed me for the bigger move. But still, I don't think I would have carried so much into this move up. This is why you got to try to hold some. Even I had like 500, I had 100 shares to grind up for the rest of the day. We're talking about 16 points just about on 100 shares. That's $1,600 right there by itself. So you get the point. That's that trade. Now, good one. I'm not disappointed in it. I talked about it in a video this week. But this is what happens when you make mistakes and you make human error mistakes on the following day, trading the same stock that you just traded the day before. Now, because I did well on it on Wednesday, I'm like going into Thursday, I'm going to treat it like I traded it on Wednesday. And that's the mistake. And I did that mistake a week ago on that QS. Once it made its huge move, you have to be careful of what might happen the following day because it's not going to do the same exact move. However, here we are at 224, almost looking at 223, and I'm looking for an entry over 224. I haven't traded yet. This is on Thursday, December 31st, 2020, and I haven't taken a trade yet. We see this nice grind up, but we do see these spikes, wicks on the candles on 2 minutes. Big moves up in the pre-market. I think it hit like 228 in the pre-market. I'm not too sure, but it was definitely up there pretty good. And it had a high today of 225.19, and I was like, okay, 224 could get it going. But I didn't like it as much as I liked the 225. 224 was kind of a little bit rangy on it, but it was still early, and I was kind of anxious to take a trade, and I think that was my problem on a holiday. It's New Year's Eve right now. And I forced it, I believe. So not only did I force it, but the human error in me forced it to make it worse 2 times over. And I'll show you the first thing I saw was that there were sellers here at 223.65. They get taken out. So I'm thinking this thing's got a little bit of momentum. It's going to rip through 224. I have my order here. My finger's on the buy button right there, right? My pointer. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take 224. And I think it's going to rip up at least $1 or at least take out the highs. However, look at my share size, 200, right? Boom. Notice my position, 400. I double clicked. I went boom, boom, order filled, order filled. Price is in my favor. I actually got a good fill at 223.95. I have 224.01, 224.15. I think we saw 224.16 print coming up here. 224.16 print right there. Watch what happens. Deer in headlights. Deer in headlights. Deer in headlights. What am I thinking here? I need to get out right now. I bought too many. I should have been out. Should have been out. Should have been way out. Thinking it was going to turn back up. Buy, stop, run. Just got ripped. So here I am, New Year's Eve, down 329. Should have been down about $1.50. I mentioned that in the video on Thursday. Just a stupid error. Stupid error. I went click, click. And I mean, I've done that in the past where it's worked in my favor. I've done that in the past where it hasn't. This time, it just backfired big time. And I was just so frustrated. The rest of the day, I was grinding back. I actually went down further on the day, but I got back to like 150 or 160 on the day down. But those errors just have to be avoided the best I can do. So that just shows you 2 tails of BIDU right there. A nice winning trade where I didn't hold enough, and here I held too much too soon, and I didn't get out fast enough. The trade did go in my favor, but failed. It failed and failed miserably. So let's continue on here. I'm going to fast forward to the Tesla trade. Hang on. Okay, so we have Tesla, end of the day. I'm sorry, start of the day, end of the year. Everyone's got to buy Tesla because they need it in their books. Institutions need to tell the window dressing, whatever they call it. So they're going to have to buy Tesla today. That was the stock of the day. Riding this 5-minute chart, riding this 8 EMA. I'm like, if it takes out the 202 or 702.50, because it never got through there. This right here is 702.50 high. 702.50. So I'm here for 702.50. Actually, I thought I was going to trade with 100 shares. I actually only traded with 75 shares. So let's see what happens. It tries to get through 702 pretty good. I thought 702 was a little early. 702 was a little early. Did you guys just see that, by the way? Remember, it's been dancing like this for a couple seconds now between 701.84 and 702. Watch this. Okay, 702 to 702.03. Boom. That was like not even a half a second. 702.78. 702.98 jumped 100%. I mean, it was a point move in a millisecond. Let's just see that again real quick. Boom. Okay. How do you get in that? How do you get in that unless you just mark it in and then you get this crazy fill and it's not worth it? I hit that buy. I don't even know what I was thinking at that point. I was so late. Completely jumped, canceled my order. And guess what this thing did? 703.74 was the high of the day. It rips to 718 without looking back until later in the day. And it was the trade I said to myself, because I had that huge loser, I was going to wait 5 points. I said 5 points is your first sell on this one because Tesla's going. And it was great. Great trade, just missed it. Was able to catch some other ones. And that pretty much wraps up what I wanted to share with you guys today. I'm looking forward to the new year. And if you watch this video through, I appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment on the video. I will be back trading all year. Hold on. I want to give you one more taste of how my month went. So I put together my equity curve for the month of December. Got off to a great start early in December, just ripped up pretty good. And then remember a couple of weeks back, I had those few days of just crushed me, almost gave all of it back. And then I had a couple of days of really good trading. Almost got back up there, and then a couple of mistakes, and I'm kind of flatlining. So I'm back to where, I'm comfortable with this spot, and I'm looking to break out. We got the cup and handle, looking to break out. I'm okay with that. Going into the new year, I'm ready to take on some good trades, some risk, and I'm looking forward to it. So make sure you guys get involved and join me along the way, and I will be in touch. Have a good one. Enjoy your weekend, and see you Monday.